Good morning, guys. Look, I'm here with my 4 favorite guns. I have a rubber band gun here, guys. This is my favorite rubber band gun. No, if someone asked me, okay, so in between a rubber band gun and the M&P Shield Plus, not a recommendation, but I'm also part owner of the company, and what I mean by that is I own shares of the company, so I like doing that, and I think as an employee, if I was an employee, I'd be like, why can't you offer shares too for all the employees? Because then it's like people get invested in the company, so then when you're carrying the product, you're like part owner, and you're like, yeah, I helped create this at some level. You know, even if I wasn't on the assembly line, I'm like, you know, my investment is helped creating this product, and I feel good about that. But in between this and this, I think Smith & Wesson, you should offer a pellet, not BB, pellet, because I've been researching bullets, and you can go 20 grain, so half the size of a 22, half the size of a 22. So because what if somebody says, look, 22 is too big for me? What if someone wants to start even smaller, you know, and just literally start from a crawling perspective, Dominic, give me a second. Dominic, give me a moment, bud. What if you wanted to start crawling? And you're like, well, okay, 22 is too much power. So I think a pellet version of this, pellet gun version, because you can go from 4 grains to 20 grains, and most 22s are 40 grains. So it'd be half of a 22 in a pellet, so that's air equivalent, so it's an air gun. So you have a rubber band gun, then you go air gun, then you go case. I would say this is called a case gun, because you have case wars, because in my opinion, 357 SIG is the case winner in automatic. In an automatic, 357 SIG is the case winner when you're taking the bullet, like 124 grain, basically 357 Magnum bullet, which is also in a 380 9mm. Gosh, what's the other one? See this? Look, I failed you guys. I know 357 SIG. Oh, 38 Super. Okay, so you have the 4 calibers sending the same bullet because it's a case war. Like everybody wants a different case. But I think eventually over time, the case that offers the highest pressures, I think that's why, in my opinion, 45 gap will be back, because the case can handle higher pressures, and you can plus P, the equivalent plus P of 45 ACP in a safer manner than a 45 ACP plus P. I get it, but it's just like you're running, that case wasn't designed for high pressure. That's just my opinion, okay? I love talking about case wars, so shout out to all the people who are so invested in, say, like 9mm. I'm like, look, I love having conversations, and it is the case wars, just like the console wars, because we're all playing. If you're playing the video game and enjoying it, what does it matter with the medium that you used to extend yourself through the internet in order to experience that? Or not even through the internet, maybe you have your own equivalent, you know, like computer is what I'm saying, Xbox. So shout out to the 25th anniversary Xbox coming out. I'm not gonna buy it. I told my wife, I'm like, look, I want that, but I'm gonna refrain from doing it because it's so awesome, and we just don't have money for that right now, guys. But I think that's worth it. Xbox is so smart, guys. And then here's my glue gun. That's my favorite glue gun. And then here's my favorite massage gun. So these are my 4 favorite guns, guys. And I think my next gun, I'm hoping, will be a pellet gun. I know Walther makes, in my opinion, something that I would want to try. But hopefully, shout out to Smith & Wesson, hopefully you do a pellet gun. That is the same, basically, if you ask towards the end, you're like, well, what's the point of the pellet gun? So then you can practice with the pellet gun, the same size, same everything, but it's like less, you know, you're shooting 20 grains, and then maybe, you know, you offered a 22 version of it. All I'm saying is, look, Smith & Wesson, you could also, why not? Is there no Smith & Wesson rubber band gun? Okay, I'm just messing around. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dominic. My sons gave me a few minutes. Look, sometimes I just want to be involved in the firearm industry. No, it's cool. It's cool. So thank you, guys. We love you. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you, guys.